Hi, it's Steve with Coin Stuff I Like, bringing you another Ike Stuff I Like video. And this time it's going to be on Ike errors. In fact, I have a few Ike errors videos planned. This one is going to be on off-center strikes and misaligned dies. I've I like Ike's, as you probably know, but I like off-center strikes, and I'll do a video on my off-center and broad struck quarter collection at some point, but this time it'll be on the Ike holdings, and I don't have a lot of them, but I do like what I have, and I keep a lookout for things. So and also in this video, there's a few that I have raw. I've got a few that are graded, and there's a few of the raw ones that I was rearranging things recently. A few of the raw ones I looked at, I go, maybe I'm going to send this off. And as an aside, I usually send my Ike errors to NGC. And I've got a few PCGS error slabs, but usually I'll send them to NGC, and that's probably the only thing I send stuff to NGC for. But in any case, we'll probably come around to showing some clips off, some clip planchets, and then some struck through grease collection, and but right now we'll focus on the off-center strike Ikes. So the first one, I'm going to just start with a few of them that I have, and this one there's no way I'm going to send this to NGC. I mean, it's got this big scratch there, get details, and it's just not compelling enough. This is a misaligned die. You can see the reverse is pretty centered. It's got a full color, and it's just the obverse that is shifted horizontally. Their misaligned dies can be horizontal misaligned or vertical. Vertical means a tilted die. Horizontal means it's shifted like you see here. A tilted die, you're going to get a deeper strike on one side, lighter on the other, and you can't get combinations of both horizontal and vertical die malalignment. The other thing to know is it usually happens on the hammer die. Back in these days when Ikes are being produced, and for the Ike series, the hammer die was the die that produced the obverse on the coin, and the anvil die is the die that had produced the reverse on Eisenhower dollars. So this one here is not atypical of a misaligned, appears to be horizontally misaligned. I mean, if it's tilted, it's hard to tell. But misaligned die in color, with the hammer die being the one that's misaligned relative to the anvil die, as you see here. Not going to send this one off because of the details, and again, it's not as compelling as you like to see, at least for me. This one here is a little bit more of a mystery. You can see that it's a little bit tilted, again, full color, so not a real compelling piece to send in at all. You can see that it's off a little bit here, and remember, we're going to flip along a horizontal here. We'll flip along the horizontal, and you see that it is off up in here as well. So this one's not just the hammer die, it's the anvil die as well that are both off just a little bit. That, to me, that's like within tolerances, and it's a full color strike, so definitely not something to send in It's got some nice little toning in there, but yeah, not something I'd send in. This one, on the other hand, and you, I appreciate it. Put in the comments whether you think this one. I'm going to give you two to look at, but um, this one here, you can see that the hammer die is definitely misaligned. There's a shift here, and you're even losing a little bit of the coin features here. So of the devices, the reverse, the anvil die is centered, is well aligned. So that's a misaligned die strike, but it also has a partial collar, a tilted partial collar. It looks to me. So this one here possibly send in. And of course, you can see it's not going to get a high grade. I don't care about that so much, but uh, you you could answer in the description. Is this compelling enough to send off and get an NGC holder? Um, it's not too dissimilar from what I have in a PCGS holder. This one got genuine because of this machine ding, as they put it. Up in here, there's some scratches right here, but this one does have. If you look over here, it's misaligned here, shifted there, and if you flip that over, see that it runs from about maybe 1 o'clock down to maybe 7 o'clock here. If you flip it over on the horizontal, you can see that here it is again. It's sort of the same thing. So this is off centered in a partial collar die strike. So it's slightly off center. So this one in a PCGS holder, 1976 type 1. That means actually this is an error. This is a mechanical error because this is a type 2. It's 1976. It's from Philadelphia, no mint mark. This is not a peg leg. There's a little flumpy serif there. But if you look on the reverse, see particularly looking in the states, they're more angled, where in a type 1 is blocked. It's like square blocked here, where this is angled. So this is a labeling, what's called the mechanical error, meaning it's mislabeled. It's not a type 1; it's a type 2. So it's a slight error coin with a mechanical error label. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. This one is not too dissimilar in that it has a partial collar strike, not unlike this one here, although this is not off center on both sides. It's just misaligned on one, and it's tilted collar, partial collar. And this one, I can't get a picture of the collar. I guess that's one of the unfortunate things, is you can't really see the collar that well, but nevertheless, we know it's similar. All right, partial collar strike, and it's a bit off center on both sides. This is another one I like to get your input on. This is the last of the raw ones that I'm going to show you. You can see it wouldn't get a great grade. It's a circulated piece, but you can see it off center here, and it's. I'm not sure if this is because it's tilted, but you or it's you can see it's sort of changing shape here a little bit. It's not perfectly round, so it appears that, again, flip it over. This runs from about 2 o'clock down to about 8 o'clock here, flip it over, and there it is on this side. So off center partial collar is a really cool partial collar on this one, where there is nothing on this side, and a collar over here, at least most of the color. You can see partial collar here. So what do you think about that one? I'm thinking I might send this one in, and the other one possibly. Anyway, now we'll come back to what the one we saw in the original slide, and this one is an NGC holder. It's a 1978 MS64, and it's off center. Maybe 5-10%, somewhere in that range. I like it. It's a nice piece, a nice example. And you can see again, if you draw horizontal, flip it over, and this runs from about 10 o'clock to about 4 o'clock, 10 to 4. And then you flip it over here, and you can see it up here from roughly 2 down to 7, somewhere in there. All right, so pretty nice. It's nice for my collection. It's not a focused area of my collection, so I'm not going heavily into. I need these big off-center strikes and multiple dates. And just examples is what I'm looking for. And so it's not what I'm trying to say. It's not like this one, which is this is from Stacks and Bowers, August of last year, 2024. Which is significantly off center and 25% off center, and MS65 plus. All right, 78. It's the same as mine, but not the same as mine, because the larger off center brings the premium. So with off center coins, generally, the greater the offset, the greater the premium, and of course, having the date included is also an important part of the premium, because if this is a no date, in other words, it was shifted south or southeast, the opposite of this, and there's no date, it might not carry the same premium. So that's how these things go. Of course, grade is somewhat important, but there's a premium above the grade. This is not unlike, say, Tony, where a beautifully toned coin is going to get a premium above whatever the grade is. And off-center strikes or maybe the off-center is more predominant than the grade itself. But it's this one is not like that one in terms of pricing. Still, I'm very happy to have this one. And for that matter, it's coin stuff I like. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about misaligned dies and off-center strikes. By the way, I'm going to put the link to coinerrorref.com. I'm going to put that in the description of this. The section on misaligned and off-center die strikes and broad strikes. Some really good information there that you might want to read if you're interested in this type of error. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you don't mind, put in the description what you think about those two coins, whether to send them off or not. And we'll catch you next time when I probably will be bringing you something about clips. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.